This is the Ghostcat F3 e-bike. This is a 52-volt bike in the $2,000 range. That was a show special price, and there have been tariffs since then. So use the link in the description to get the best price, but it's a 52-volt, 20-amp-hour bike with a 1,500-watt motor with 2,800 watts of peak power, making 140 Newton meters of torque. You can see there are gears you can shift. There are hydraulic disc brakes. There's a pretty standard controller up there. Fully adjustable long travel suspension, LED headlight, and of course some disc brakes as well. Down at the bottom, I believe those are 180 millimeter motors. They might be bigger than that. There's a DNM burner. So you get a real shock on this thing, and it's super long. That's very important if you're comparing it to other full suspension bikes. It is a rear hub motor. There's a look at the Sofo motor. But the suspension on this thing is the king. It feels like a real dirt bike. They also have custom seats you can get it, and you definitely don't have to buy a pink one. They make them that are not pink if you're not into pink. But one of the best deals, I think, in e-bikes, if you're looking for something that's kind of rides like a motocross bike and makes a ton of power and is within the $2,000-ish price category. Again, link in description if you want one of these. This is the Ghostcat F3. We're going to take it for a ride here in a minute. And there's a look at the standard seat on it. The one that we just looked at, the pink one, was all customed out, but that's what you'd get with the standard seat. They've got a little tank bag on there, and they had a whole bunch of accessories on sale at the show, so you can kind of swap things around and make it the way you want it. There's a look at the custom seats on the custom seats down. But enough looking at the bike. What if we took it for a ride? So 2,800 watts is a lot of power, and 140 Newton meters of torque also feels like a lot of power. And you feel it. So the top speed is over 35 miles an hour when you've got it fully unlocked. Of course, you can lock it back into normie legal mode for use on the street as well. So it is street legal, and it can be dumbed down to the point where it doesn't get you into trouble. But what fun is that, to be honest? So this one is uncorked and really rips along. It really takes off a lot quicker than the 750 watt, 1,000 watt bikes that I'm familiar with riding. Really, trying hard not to stay in the lake here. But the most impressive thing about this relative to every other e-bike, regardless of the power, is, I kind of compare it to the P51 in terms of just having really plush, long travel suspension and feeling more like a true dirt bike. Versus, some of these companies just have like a Walmart mountain bike shock on the back and barely has any suspension travel at all, and it's really firm. But this one, you're floating on a cloud. So now let's see. Here's what it's like if you accelerate full throttle from a stop. So I hammer it here and try to keep it under control. And this is where you really get to see just how much power this bike has and how quick you can take off with it. And then how, you both, you can see it's floating around, but I'm still in control, because that is a decent shock. I have DNM shocks on some of my other bikes, and, it's a good brand. It's not the best brand. It's not Fox, but it's not, whatever, Walmart either. So it's a good mid-level brand of shock that really makes you feel controlled on the road and has some adjustability, so you can really tune it for your weight and your riding preference. So if that's what you're in the market for, it's basically like the P51, but with more power, and it's half the price, I guess is how I would encapsulate this one. I think it's the best deal in hooligan e-bikes at the moment. If you're looking for a hooligan e-bike that's got too much power and great handling, and you're running over potholes and going off jumps, then this is definitely worth taking a look at. Use the link in the description. Help yourself out. Help me out. Get the best price. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe.